G'day. Now, there are a lot of exotic experiences that people report because they're doing meditation or they're involved in some kind of mystical practice. Well, it's an interesting little thing that a lot of these experiences happen early in the practice. Now, why should that be? Um, I've been practicing for a long time and I went through a period of weird experiences too. Now that I'm older and been doing a lot of practice over these years, doesn't happen much. I get the occasional odd dream, and that's about it. So why is that? If these um, strange experiences were actually meaningful and indicating some kind of spiritual growth and progress, well, shouldn't they increase? Well, why would they drop away? So I've thought about this over the years, and what I think it is that these very odd and quite diverse experiences that people have are actually a manifestation of subconscious internal conflict, which comes to the surface, and it comes to the surface in the form of hallucination. Now, a couple of little stories. One time I was in India and I came across this European guy running a little coffee shop, and he'd had a nervous breakdown previously in his life, and he was still sorting through that. And the story he told me that at the height of his crisis, he thought he was God, and he was in his bedroom, and there was a TV in the bedroom, and he had this notion that the world was going to end, but and it would just be him, but someone was going to come through the door, and that other person would be his companion for eternity. And sure enough, his brother walked in the door. And when that happened, according to his experience, the TV then turned itself off. Um, the world outside his bedroom window went black, and there was just him, his brother, in the room, surrounded by nothingness. Now, that was his experience, but of course, it was all mind created. Right? Now, he was piecing his life together after that experience. I'm not sure how long it had been since he'd had that experience when I was talking to him. But he was gradually sort of finding his way back to some kind of functioning sanity. Another anecdote, a friend of mine, who's an elderly man, he had prostate cancer, and he woke up in the middle of the night in extraordinarily extreme pain, because the cancer had blocked off his urethra and his bladder was about to burst. Now, when he woke up, he looked up and he could see two demons standing over him, discussing him. Well, he was an elderly man, and he straight away knew that he was hallucinating, which was a pretty insightful thing to do. And he immediately called the ambulance. Now, uh, there are cases of people that see demons and things like that, and they take them to be real, and they run away, cause harm for themselves, jumping out of windows to escape demons. This fellow immediately knew that he was hallucinating. Now, an elderly man with long experience, he also had been a long-term meditator. So there's a question to be raised here. These experiences, why do they happen early in the practice? And it's very consistent. I've had a lot of conversations over the years, and um, it's quite common for people to experience these things in the first few uh, years of meditation. Now, what meditation does tends to unlock the subconscious and bring it into conscious awareness. And if you've got um, a lot of internal conflicts, emotional traumas, uh, how are they going to manifest to you? Well, in some cases, they become clear to you just as in a rational way, but other times they manifest in a sort of semi-dream condition, hallucination. Now, hallucination is actually quite a common thing. There was a famous neurologist, who died just a few years ago, um, Oliver Sacks, and there are plenty of videos on the internet for you to look at where he discusses hallucination. He studied this sort of thing all his life, all the different aberrations of perception that can occur either through illness or um, spontaneously. A person doesn't even have to be ill for some of these things to happen. The mind and the brain are very complex things, and it's as unwise to take at face value an experience which you might have while you're awake but meditating in a slightly altered state. It's as unwise to take those things as face value as it is to believe every dream you have is a real thing. I mean, a dream is a manifestation of the subconscious, and the images that form in the mind in the dream state are bizarre. This is um, what happens with our minds. Now, people engaging in meditation practices are taking themselves out of the normal routine and practicing usually fairly odd things. You know, I mean, it's a little bit odd, isn't it, to sit yourself down in a darkened room with a bunch of other people and for hours on end, you know, do some exotic meditation technique. Um, this produces a different um, condition of the mind, and different things come about. And then people attach meanings to these things, take them at face value. Well, that doesn't happen to a long-term meditator, I don't believe. Um, there are plenty of weird long-term meditators out there who perhaps I would say the explanation there is that they've never actually resolved some of these internal conflicts. They've tended to want to believe their own fantasies. Now, that's the perception that I have. Meditation, if it's going to be of any real value to you, surely you want peace of mind, contentment, a balanced outlook, um, develop a greater sensitivity and appreciation to life itself. They're the real benefits of meditation. People who get involved with uh, these endless fantasies and then construct a worldview based on these fantasies. That doesn't look like progress to me. That just looks like stuck in adolescent psychology. Just you get old. So yeah, this video is because I've been looking at a whole lot of interviews of you know, lots of interviews available of people talking about their experiences, and um, I don't doubt that these people are reporting genuine experience. What I doubt is their interpretation of that experience. So, see you later.